Dear Rinpoche, we are very honored to have your visit once again on campus. I would like to extend my warm welcome to everyone here in the room and also online. And please allow me to say a few words of introduction, because in the summer program, some of the students are actually new to RYI. The mission of Rangjung Yeshe Institute is to interweave the best of two traditions: the study of Buddhist philosophy in the Tibetan scholastic rigorous style, and also the academic methods of inquiry and critical analysis. The challenge then, as you know, is to bring the theory from the classroom out into our daily lives, which means into our hearts, into our minds. Rinpoche has repeatedly offered his advice in how to do that in his very generous style, born out of his experience and wisdom. So Rinpoche, please allow me also to give a short introduction of you. Rinpoche is a lineage holder of the Profound Treasures of Chokgyur Lingpa in the Nyingma School, and one of the throne holders in the Riwoche Taklung Kagyu Lineage. Rinpoche is also the nephew of the founder of Rangjung Yeshe Institute, Nyingma Rinpoche, the grandson of Kyabgön Phakchok Rinpoche. He received a traditional education at the Dzongzar Shedrup in India, and now is the abbot of several monasteries in Nepal, and pursues multiple, endless Dharma activities throughout the world. If you want to know more about his activities, please consult the website of Samaya Institute. There you can learn a lot. Rinpoche is also a yogi practitioner with a family, so his advice is grown out of his vast activities and experience and wisdom in these many areas of life. He represents the scholar practitioner that is the lofty ideal of Rangjung Yeshe Institute's education. In the name of all, Rinpoche, may I request you to turn the wheel of Dharma and teach us in your generous way. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me welcome our Rangjung Yeshe students and summer program students. It's our very much the essence of what I learned is the compassion and kind guidance of my precious teachers. So we do have short supplications. Is actually done by very great, one of my favorite teacher over 900 years ago. He's called a vulture cave master, and Gwensangba. I love his teacher, so I like to say that. Manam Gadan Yambe Semjen Tamje Lama Sangje Rinpoche La Sorwa Debso Manam Gadan Yambe Semjen Tamje Lama Tutor Chuji Gola Sorwa Manam Gadan Yambe Semjen Tamje Lama Dechen Longjo Zobe Gola Sorwa Debso Manam Gadan Yambe Semjen Tamje Lama Tukji Trubi Gola Sorwa Debso. So basically this is saying all my mother sentient beings, we together think of the Buddha, think of the emptiness, think of the quality, think of the compassion, and so that is what it really mean. So this is mostly like a question answers. So I received some question answers, over 15 question answers, very much personal, and many people are going through a journey, your own practice journey, kind of questions like that. So after I answer this, then this room, you have any questions comes up to you, that then you can ask. So please read the questions, then I can answer.
Testing. Sure. Question number 1, Rinpoche. Why is it so hard to move on from a person when we have attachments? How can we get rid of attachments? Thank you.
So I think this is the, I really think this is the unique of the Buddha's teaching. Somebody asked me, I really think Buddha's teaching is not really religion or a way of life or philosophy or theory. I really see Buddha's teaching is mostly solution. But a solution for everybody have different, little different solution, because everybody has different capabilities. So of course, the end of the day, we should reflect and know that attachment is, what is attachment? Actually holding. You're holding in. Whether you good, hold, bad, hold. Something to hold on. So it's very amazing. You read books, it's not going to help. Do meditation, help a little bit. But the really ultimately helps is through observing a little bit, like a Zen kind of meditation, observing your mind, observing thought arising, ceasing, but not doing anything extra. Just let these common thoughts arise, coffee, thinking of coffee or whatever. Then let them go, let them do, let them come, not stop, don't interfere. Each moment thought does not last. The amazing part is one single thought does not last. Whether it's bad thought, whether it's good thought, whatever comes in the mind goes away by self. Okay? So the question is, why keeps up? Why is coming up? Like, for example, when I hate somebody, and I can actually think person they hate for over an hour. So now you can think that one single thought came 1 hour? No. Every second the thought are you continuum of similarity of thought of hate to that. So when you see that, then you ask the solution, why is happening? Because you're holding on. Now the question comes, we give this word attachment, actually means holding. Sometimes the word, we don't like, I don't like the word attachment. Sometimes holding is very nice to hear. Now how to let go of holding? Actually for me, work is first is compassion, can't say? Altruistic compassion, not self-compassion. Altruistic compassion, slowly by slowly. First is fake, but slowly get better. Then it actually loosen up your clinging, you're holding. Then second part of the method is each thought arising, ceasing without any interfering. When you don't hold, it ceases by itself. Now when you know that key, that essence, then you start slowly learn meditation. And from these two methods, and slowly helps. The compassion method, we use the word in Dharma terminology, accumulation merit. And letting go of thought by self, we say accumulation wisdom. The only we use this very technically words. It's a very hard for many people. So what does it mean is accumulation merit means action that indirectly reduce negative emotions is accumulation merit. Directly can actually let go of negative emotion is accumulation wisdom. So when you say accumulate merit, many people think is religious kind of act. It's actually no. Accumulate action that reduce negative emotion, such as doing prostration, pride, rejoicing, right? Jealousy, practicing compassion, altruistic compassion, anger, humbleness, pride. No judging, but learn to notice is actually overcome hatred. Like that. So it's many like that you can learn. So we have many other practices. Okay. So do this kind of practices for the clinging. It's a very simple question, but it's a very beautiful journey. Please go in the journey. Very beautiful. Why I would like to say beautiful? You can overcome some issue by yourself, you can benefit surround of your family members and friends who go through similar like that. You can actually help them. When you not overcome your issues, means you cannot overcome others. So please practice. It's a very beautiful journey.
Question number 2. What are the stages of practice of a lay practitioner interested in the Vajrayana tradition? For example, what would the overall path look like? At what stage should the practitioner focus on finding a master?
Vajrayana practice, the first most important, I think, is you need to have a good teacher. Now the problem is finding good teacher. And these days, very difficult to have good teacher, and equally very difficult to find good students. So because of not having good students, not having good teacher is very problematic. So you need to learn what is the basic quality of teacher, and you need to learn what is the basic quality of students. And a teacher must need to work themselves to overcome to fulfill the qualities of the teacher, but equally student need to fulfill the quality of good students. And that is how actually becomes a good Vajrayana practitioner. So that means you need to have good teacher. So what is good teacher's quality? Of course, knowing good knowledge is number 1. Have experience of practices is number 2. Practice experience by realization, of course. Patience, number 4. Good compassion or great compassion is number 4. This 4 is the basic: knowledge, realization or experience, compassion, and patience. This is the basic quality of teacher. Students, understanding, diligence, very certainty in the practice, and compassion. And this is the student basic quality. Okay, so this is, you need to fulfill that, and you need to find out. Don't just go look at a website or look at photo, or I like this feeling, I like this guy, I like the aura. Don't go into that. Don't go to that. Because you look at the text, they don't say look at aura. They don't say, you should like the person. They don't talk about that. Aura, I like the person, I like what he says. No. They always talk about the quality of the teachers. So you need to follow that way in a less problem to have meeting bad teachers and equally bad students. And answer is, you need to have good teacher from the beginning when you practice Vajrayana.
Question number 3. What is the part of our consciousness that is self-aware and which forms a continuity of self? For example, I have changed a lot since I was 10 years old, but still have this continuous understanding of myself as the same person. Also, what is the part of ourselves that is reincarnated? Because I have no recollection of my past lives, so they are living with me? Will I have any real existence in my future lives?
That this person is read a lot of books. Applying different very complicated words, consciousness, mind, all this kind of book. Sometimes say simple word is better. Simple word is like, Rinpoche, I was very young, now I seems I'm same. Which is same? Oh, what? I don't remember my past. Which is my past life? Simple. Now you add so many words, it becomes so complicated. It's like a philosophy, Basically, past life. My son Arya and I had a discussion yesterday morning or something like that about emptiness and past life and future lives. Definitely, past life, future life is continuum of thoughts. Like right now, for example. From my childhood right now, I have a continuum of same consciousness. Continuum. Same consciousness means not one single mind, but is arising and ceasing, and without any interruption. Now, the question is, why I see myself no change? That is actually called dangjin, ego clinging. When you say I, you see singular. When you say I, feminine. When I say I, clean. Or sometimes not clean, but mostly. So this is a basic idea. When you say I, is never plural. It's always singular. So that's why continuum is not actually continuum is not one thing. It's many. And there really exists something that a continuum? No. So what really past life, future life? The continuum of the mind goes through. Then when physical dies, we say death. But the death of mind at every single moment. Okay? Every single moment is death, every single moment is past. So do you remember this moment, 2023, the same day today, what dinner you had? So that means you didn't eat at all that day, today, 2023? No. Because you don't have no memory of it, does not mean you never done it. So why? Because we keep forgetting. There are so many things to remember. But what I like to say is, certain time in your life, you have this happen. Oh, I look like I've been there. You say this word deja vu, right? I don't know. Many people say it's very bad reasoning. Pretty sure my son going to say it's very bad reasoning. But I think sometimes it's very funny, deja vus. So I don't know it's past life, but I just want to make a question mark there. So past life, future lives, like that continuum of consciousness. So death is actually talking about the physical death, not the mental death. So that is the idea of past life and future lives. So I want to say much more. Then you can say that all ground consciousness, alaya, then your ego clinging, negative emotion, then you have consciousness. You know, why I make so complicated? So I don't want to make complicated. I keep it very simple. Sometimes I like simple.
Next question. It is said that reflection is a key component of the path. Let us say we regularly listen to Dharma talks and meditate daily. Then we experience suffering, depression, anxiety, or fall ill. It seems we could gain a lot by bringing those to the path. Can you discuss how to do this and what questions are useful to ask oneself?
When I say reflection, it's not a question, actually. When we Buddhist teaching says reflection, it's not about a question. Reflection actually means check 4 obscurations. First is your character, your physical character, your verbally character, your emotionally character, behavior. So you have checklists, like Buddha teaching talk about 10 non-virtue. Checklist, which 10 are you doing? Okay? Am I being disrespectful to others and myself? Check that. Okay, that's first karmic obscuration. Second, negative emotion obscuration. Like anger, jealousy, and pride. 5 negative emotions. So check how many you have. So when I say reflection, when we say reflection, it's not about question. Reflection means today, this whole day, what I did, how many negative thought I had, how many negative character I did. Reflecting that and seeing is a very important key to transform. Because I know many of you, after 10 years, pretty sure you're going to give up Buddha Dhamma. The question is why? You could say, I done that, I've been there, I done it, nothing amazing. Okay, many people go through spiritual, they always want something. That is wrong. The Buddha Dharma is not about wanting. Is about transformation. Transformation is not wanting. That's why many people need this brain chemical they call Drillian effect. Adrenaline. So, eating mushrooms, things, musics, emotion sharings, huggings, hugging, kissing, jumping, crazy dance. You understand? This kind of things you think is a religious, spiritual path. Yes. But in the Dharma, Buddha Dharma, you do all that, you transform, fine. But the key is transformation. So I prefer to stay quiet and go in the city and check how my mind performing, behaving in the second negative emotions. Third, my dualistic object-subject, 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 right? Everything's object-subject. How much I have holding in object-subject. So everything is a solution. Why object-subject? Object-subject is the root of negative emotions, negative feelings, negative thoughts. Why you have bad character? Because of you have negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative feelings. That's why you have bad characters. Now, where the object-subject coming from? The constantly coming from. You have constantly thought arising without any gap of calmness. Instantly. That's why sometimes people say, I believe something that can solve anything. I don't know. You check yourself. It does or not? We wouldn't say transformation. Reflection. Reflection means transformation. Transformation for what? First, bad character. Second, bad emotions. Third, object-subject constantly thinking. Fourth, constantly thought arising. Ping, 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 ping. How you know? Sit quiet for a few minutes, start meditating, you see right away. So, yeah, that's it. So you see these 10,000 books, Buddha Dharma books, is all talking about how to deal with this. That's it. So simple. You understand? All the 4 schools, right? Chitta Mata, Mind School, I don't know, Vipashaka, all this, Sanskrit, I don't know, but Tibetan I know, Charamawa, Dodeva, Samdamba, Umawa, all these 4 schools of Buddhism. It's all talk about that. Solutions. That's it. So simple. That's why I say Buddhism is not philosophy, honestly. Buddhism is not way of life. Buddhism is not religion. Buddhism is not belief. Buddhism is solution. People say, do you believe karma? Action. Karma is action. Do I believe water that can help my thirst? Do I believe this? I don't. Why? I know. So when you sit like this, angry thought come, who is the first victim? Me. When you have first compassion thought, who is the first person to experience the compassion? Me. Am I a sentient being? Yes. So it's simple. Just observe. Literally you see, this is karma. You smile, somebody smile, it's basic word, understand, but most of karma is the mind. Dead body speak. Dead body smile. Why? Dead body scold. Why? No consciousness. No consciousness meaning body function done, speech function done. Body speech is not the king. The ruler, the king, the big boss, the president, the prime minister is the mind. That's it. So I don't need to believe in karma. I know karma is effective. So observation, reflection, please do. With reflection, without reflection, 10 years later, you will say, I done being Buddhist, I went to Rangchung Ishi Institute, I done meditation, I received Dzogchen teachings, I done Vajrayana, nothing happens. Could it happen like that? Why? You don't know what to transform. You think you're going to have some kind of brilliant thing, adrenaline, a chemical in the mind, not happened. Nothing happened. Then you say, okay, that's it. Fine. I seen it. I saw so many times. That's why my short advice to you, consistent. Whatever practice you do, consistent. Number one. Number two, effective. I do exercise. I do wrong exercise, not effective. I do correct exercise, very effective. Yeah? So effective is important. When you practice, learn the correct, apply correctly. Effectiveness is key. Second. Third, see the transformation. How to see the transformation? Through your observation. Before, after, throughout. Not judging, of course. Not hoping you're going to transform so great. But not looking down yourself that you're not going to transform. The both are too extreme. Judgmental mind, that's wrong. How to do it? Just to see, notice what to transform. That's it. Full stop. Okay, so don't bring life of rubbishness, rubbish emotion into Dharma. Keep your Dharma practice clean. Observe, see, reflect, clean, and see the transformation. These three very important. Consistent, effective, and transformation. See the these three you have well, you're never going to give up your practice whole life. But you don't have these three, I know it. Within 10 to 20 years, you're going to say you're going to hit the wall or something like that. Okay? All right. Sorry for a little bit delayed coming and all this because I have no watch, I have no phone with me. So my time, I don't see time. So let me know, what is time now. Because I don't have the watch, I don't have the phone. So a little difficult for me to say the timing. Okay.
Next question. Dear Rinpoche La, I was fortunate to receive the last empowerment of Chokling Tersar lineage you bestowed several months ago. Mostly, I have been pretty good with keeping my Samaya, of keeping up with the practices such as the Mahakala offering, Tsok offerings on Guru Rinpoche Day, and the concise daily practice. I worry that there are some days where I get so occupied with some work that I forget and miss my Mahakala offering in the afternoons. I try to keep up, but sometimes I miss it unintentionally for being too occupied. How can I make up for that?
Do again next day. And do short Vajrasattva mantra. And don't miss up again. Don't forget again. Okay?
Next question. I see that there is a lot of protector practices done in the monasteries, and I think some individual lay people also do them at home. My question is, how are these practices beneficial? Do they actually help in the outside world from potential problems like accidents and sickness, or are they more effective internally, meaning do they somehow strengthen the practitioner so that he or she can deal with such problems in a positive way and even is able to use them on the path?
Both. They're very effective in both. Protector, when you receive some empowerment of protectors, then when you apply the protector prayer, it's very good protective for the family, yourself, and spiritually, of course. So I tell you a story. Long time ago, when I give Mahabuddha teachings, I usually give empowerment of 4-arm Mahakala because it's a come package with the Mahabuddha teaching. So one of my friend, student, she's doing the 4 Mahakalas offering every day. And her husband is not a practitioner, follower. One day, husband, in the night, he woke up, he looked, their daughter, they have only one daughter, youngest one. The husband really, loved daughter so much. And the husband saw huge black man, black person, looking towards the daughter like this. And he's so scared. And he went to sleep. Then next year, we went to Bhutan, pilgrimage. And she's my student, so she came with me. And husband came with Long. And in Bhutan, we need to go to a lot of gombas and temples, and In temple, usually all the protectors drawing in the wall. And the husband goes to the wall and look at the Mahakala and asking the wife, who is this? And the wife says, this is the protector that my guru give, that I always offer. He said, I saw this. And she said, where? Looking at my daughter, our daughter. And she says, of course, he's protecting. Then after that, he took refuge, and now he is a follower. So my mean to say is, people believe in see. I have no amazing. People reject, no belief in see. I don't be happy about it, but I say, yeah, I know it. See, I don't need to believe it. I know it. It works. That's why it does protect. It does helps. But it does not protect your karma. Protector does not reduce your karmic problems. Karmic problem, you need to eat it by yourself. But conditions, bad conditions that affecting yourself, family, definitely protector going to subside or complete overcome. That 100%.
I find it personally very challenging to build up the visualization when meditating on a deity. Could Rinpoche explain some techniques how one can build up a clearer and more stable visualization?
Hold a picture, the deity picture, like this. Then you scan. Don't do visualize, don't imagine, just scan, eye scan. You need to fall in love, you need to love, scan. Then you close eye. Do you see that whole picture in your without looking the picture? You see? Take out the picture. Then from there you begin. Okay? Our mind is amazing. Our mind is very clear. When you hate somebody, you can see that person very clear. When you love somebody, you see that person very clear. Yes? But that is a direct by your hate and your love, not by your intention. Now you want to imagine something. Sometimes mind does see, sometimes don't. That's why you don't have not applicable mind. Your mind is not applicable, meaning your mind is not like my hand. My hand, I like to drink tea. Applicable. Now not applicable. No applicable. You understand? So our physical is applicable. What do we say? Healthy. When our physical not applicable, what do we say? Disease. Yes or no? When our mind is applicable, we say meditative. When mind is not applicable, we say, little bit problem. So now how do you know your mind is applicable or not? It's through visualization. Through visualization, you are putting an intention without your liking. You're putting intention to what to picture. Now the picture comes to your mind very clearly. That mind is become very applicable. Meaning, no focus, the mind goes no focus. Pum. Focus, kung. In, out, like that. So, how to do this? Through breathing, yoga people, breathing, physical exercise, yoga exercise, breathing exercise. But Vajrayana, we use mental exercise. The mental exercise is developing stage, visualization. Is very, very effective. Number one. Number two, gathering the blessings. Vajrayana. Yoga practice, you do the traditional yoga, you gather blessings. But nowadays yoga, blessing, I don't know. But Vajrayana you do, gather blessings. But you do visualization like picturing tree, like that, no blessings. Okay? What is different? Blessing brings the aura. The aura is very, very rich aura. No blessings, dry aura. You see meditate people who don't do a lot of this kind of supplication, let it dry. People who have a lot of visualization, the aura is very strong, but the mind is not realized. So you need to realize and you need to have aura both equally. For I think is the best. So that's why number 3 effective, number applicable aura, number 2. Number 3, confident, dignity. Buddha Dharma teach compassion training, Buddha Dharma teach wisdom training, emptiness training, but Buddha Dharma, they don't talk about dignity training. But in the Vajrayana, yes, it does. They train the dignity. How? You are the Buddha, nature is Buddha, is already enlightened. They're bombarded in that. So what happened is, you don't need to search for emptiness. You have no fear to realize emptiness because your certainty that dignity is so stable. So when you practice compassion, you don't have nothing to lose. When you practice emptiness, you don't become fearless. You become fearful. You become fearless because you train the dignity through visualization. So visualization is, please don't think is just a visualization of normal visualizing something. It's a very, very effective practice. But many people, they don't do it correctly. That's why you don't see the effectiveness. You need to learn effective. Is it going to be amazing, perfect? Actually, for Western people, I think visualization is the perfect for you. But because of the delivery of our masters did little bit not correct way of explaining correctly to Western mindset. So you look down the visualizations, you bring up compassion, you bring up mindfulness, you bring up emptiness, all that. But you do not see the value much of the visualizations. But when you see the visualization, actually, I see the Western society, especially weakness is the visualization can overcome that issue. But you need to learn correctly. I think. So, going back to the questions. What is the question? I'm sorry. I went off so far.
The question was about visualization
Yes,
techniques.
that's very good. I think actually I did well. So, visualization techniques like that. I have few techniques I'm going to teach you later, not now. Okay, there are many, many techniques. There are so many visualizations. They're so rich, but that is later.
Rinpoche Kandren Che, I expected more young Tibetans would be knowledgeable about Buddhist summer programs at RYI and would be interested in the study of Tibetan Buddhism. Do you think that there are any unique ways that we could engage more of our Tibetan diasporic youth, especially with the modern context of secularization and globalization?
it's very difficult. When I began to learn Dharma, I never learned Dharma through the lens from being Tibetan and being proud of Tibetan lens. I just learned Dharma as how to learn transformation. And because I born into that Tibetan race, so I'm just, that's it. So I really think what Tibetan people should really understand is the value of Dharma self first. Then after that, then we say, okay, when you learn the Dharma, you should learn your mind. Whether you are Tibetan or whatever people you are, everybody have similar issue. Whether you believe, you have issue. You don't believe, you have issue. So the issue is same. No differences. So I said to my son, sometimes we say Buddha omniscient. Omniscient does not mean he know how to make Apple phone, iPhone phone. When we say omniscient, why we actually saying omniscient? He knows, he sees the cause of his issues. He knows the effects of the issues. He knows how to solve the issues. He doesn't want to talk about the creation, creator, soul, Atman, all these things, because he says nothing could solve right now the issue. Right now I have is my mind is becoming crazy. I cannot stop thinking bad. What I should do this. So Buddha said, do this effect. Do this, you're going to come down. So Buddha teaching and Guru Rinpoche's teaching and all the great master teachings are so effective to transform your mind. When you experience this, you become very proud. Proud meaning look back, oh my goodness, my grandfather bowing always a Buddha statue. Now I know the value. But I do bow because of my grandfather bow, my father bow, and I bow. It's a culture, but no a value. The value must go through your experiences. That's why I think Western people and other people who are not Buddhist family come from, you have that kind of better chance to understand Buddha Dharma from that lens. And Buddhist people like Chinese or Taiwanese or Vietnamese or Tibetan or Nepalese or people who are parents Chinese, parents Buddhist, the issue is we culture so into it, we don't look from the solution point of view, the lens of solution. So for me, I always look from the lens of solution. So that's why for me the Dharma, Buddha Dharma is forever stays young and very dynamic, very beautiful, always refresh. You don't need to download new program. It's already downloading every day, because through my consistent, through my effectiveness, my practice, through observation, through how I see the transformation, and looking back to the Buddha's teaching, that 2,000 over years old teachings, or wherever, however old, the teachings in now, 21st century, exact the same issue and problem solving. And you don't need new program to update it. It's every single thing is updated, upgraded automatically. That's why Buddhism don't need to be refreshed again. Buddhism is already fresh. When we go to one-to-one, want to learn transformation. How? When you're transforming yourself, that is already alive. Now you don't transform, just go on like that, then Buddhism is dead. The real Buddhism is dead. Yeah. So look from the lens of transformation. Then I think it's the best.
What is the essence of the treasury of blessings sadhana of Buddha Shakyamuni?
Please say again.
What is the essence of the treasury of blessings sadhana of Buddha Shakyamuni?
The essence of the Buddha treasure of blessing is seeing the Buddha Shakyamuni is his first his aspiration, his how to say it? Logo la say it? Logo brave, how brave he is. You have a lotus, so many lotus. The white lotus is the most beautiful. So the Buddha Shakyamuni is like a white lotus. So beautiful. Why? He's a braveness. He said the sentient beings is the worst in the worst time. He said, I'm going to come back again, to teach this worst time. So Shakyamuni is like a white lotus. I see Shakyamuni practice is the quality of Shakyamuni, his braveness, his compassion, and his love. This is what I see the value of practicing that. And this is a very good practice because it's shared throughout the whole Buddhism. Theravadasya nama dasa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhasa. Same thing here. Lama tumba jomdende tishin shikban rajomba yang taubara zobe sangje is similar word. But then we do additional. Shakja tubala cha salo chudu japsu cheo. Then these are three additional. I do offering to you. I prostrate to you. I take refuge to you. That is additional. But other thing is same. So I think it's a very beautiful text. I practice this every day.
As the catastrophe in Gaza and climate change continue to unfold, how should we practice to help those in need and avoid using the Dharma as a way to hide under our privilege? How do we address the suffering of the world as Buddhists?
I think they are much more than Gaza, Yemen, Africa, the few Africa places right now going through. More than that, right now Ukraine and Russia going through. Actually, they have Burmese civil war going through, Bangladesh going through, India, the northeast India. The cookies and this, I forgot the estate name. The Assam areas going through. Manipur, exactly. The cookies and all this. Please don't look just in the news, BBC and CNN say. They are much more bigger than this world affecting. How many world right now dying? How many people going through famine? How many flood going on? Of course, Gaza, but there's so many other things going on. Why we always, showing this one selected issue? There's so many going through. Right now, Nepal had a flood. 20 over people died. Okay, and there are many wars and bombs, of course, going through. So I feel very pity. So the key is whatever we can do from direct, do directly. Whatever you can. You cannot do direct. Make sure through practice compassion, you want to send money to support, do it. Because I always like to do something hands-on. Hands-on means do something that effective, to see the effective. Like for example, I like to give medicine. Okay? And I done many years giving free medicines. But doesn't last long. I give free, next day gone. So what I did is I opened a Tibetan medicine school. So right now I have 8 doctor. He's the senior doctor. I have another 16 doctor, graduate, need to study 8 years. Hands-on. Study Tibetan medicine, how to make medicine. Go to the mountain every year, 2 weeks to 1 month. Select, recognize the medicines in the mountain, collecting. How to take out the poison from the medicines, how to read medicines. We produce medicine right now in my school. We call it Samaya Tibetan Medicine School. So I make this opportunity to make doctors. Why? Giving fish lasts one day. Teaching how to fish lasts long whole life. And you can help other people. And I really like that example. So now I have so many doctors, over 20s. They're so young, so bright, amazing. So please do hands-on, how much you can. Help. You cannot help, at least don't make bad noise and try to do good noise. But don't do selective. There's so many issues, other things in the world. and look bigger picture. When you go too small tunnel, you become emotional. Look bigger picture, you have compassion. So I really think look bigger picture. Thank you.
How do you view the modern practice of mindfulness with the growing adoption of Buddhist mindfulness in mental health treatment interventions? Do you believe this is beneficial for those experiencing mental suffering, or should we be cautious, as a reductionist approach might separate mindfulness from its spiritual context within Buddhism, potentially undermining the essence of Buddhist teachings?
The question is very beautiful, very long, but I like to select few words. First says, Rinpoche, do you believe? What really does my belief in that interfering that? So I don't want to believe in anything. They should apply. Is benefit? Apply. Don't benefit? Don't apply. So it doesn't interfere my belief there. Look at how effectiveness. Now, second part of the question, spiritual part. When you teach mindfulness to somebody who doesn't know anything, and the effect is there, good to tell them this mindfulness technique is actually taught by the Buddha, a tradition, but we just took out the selective to you to apply, but you want to learn more, they have a farther to go. I think you should show them a little bit their choice. But you don't show them choice, saying like, oh, this mindfulness is my creation. Then I think is not really absolutely correct, because you're not showing the person his right to know the information, because everybody have right to have information. So that's why you buy a vitamin, they have all the information in the bag, right? All the products, right to know, right? What kind of chemicals inside. So like that, you have right to have information. So tell them. Like me, I like to do that. For example, I do some stretching that some Western physical person discover. So I always acknowledge, I say this Western style of stretching. But then I do some Chinese strength training. I call frog jumping in the sky. Of course, Chinese, they don't say that, but I just give a name because it looks like frog jumping. So I always acknowledge, oh, this is some Chinese tradition. I always give them the, when I learn Vajrayana, and I say this is Vajrayana tradition. So I don't always say it's my discovery, because it's not really my discovery, right? So all the thing I'm sharing with you, yes, I have my own experiences, but this is not by me. It's all the teachers. That's why mindfulness teachings, other teachings, spiritual going away, I didn't think so. But give them where this teaching is coming from. I think it's good to say like that. Then they're saying that, then it's enough, I think. Thank you.
How to deal with a person who is kind to you but not so kind with others, in particular your loved ones? And how is it that someone who has meditated for more than 10 years can have so much anger and self-entitlement?
Very beautiful question. The first one, honestly, nobody is perfect. And one way to say nobody perfect means I'm not perfect. That means what I see does not mean that person is bad, because I can see through my lens imperfection. So for this kind of situations, for me, hands-on, go to discuss with your loved one who are not good for others, and just discuss. Sometimes you can overcome things, it's really a karmic thing. How much you try doesn't overcome. So you need to accept it, and it's a karmic problem, past life karmic issues, because you cannot solve everything. So just leave it in there. Now the second part you said about the 10 years thing, and one day I discussing with my son, year doesn't really matter. Consistent, effective transformation. So only the person 10 years is consistent. Effective, not sure. You understand? Now transformation, that person, the question you already see, self-tenderness, all the anger, I don't know the person has it, but the asking question. So when you have self-tenderness and that, yeah, it's not easy to overcome this issue, self-tenderness and anger, jealousy and these things, not that difficult, not easy to handle these issues. But just consistency is not enough. I mentioned effective. Effective not enough. Transformation. Transformative is very important. To see the transformation is important. That's why I keep telling transformation is important, transformation is important. Because I've seen so many times in my life that 10 years is nothing. 20 years done practices, people are so arrogant, so look down to people. When they're giving answer, almost like giving answer like almost like you are nobody type of thing, Like that's why I said to you, teacher must need compassion, because when you answer, the question for the teacher is so stupid. But for the student, is the biggest thing the person asks. When a teacher must answer through the respectfully, compassionately, patiently to the student, because for the question the student asks for the student is so important. That's why I say the quality of teacher is patience and compassion. The year is not important. There's a Padu Rinpoche said, you can do whole life retreat in the caves, but you cannot transform your anger. Your cave whole life retreat in the cave is not effective. You can change your mind through a simple practice of the immeasurables, compassion, loving kindness practices can transform your mind so much. You don't need more higher teachings. That is enough for you. Meaning, it's higher teaching and lower teaching is not high, or low, low. It's effectiveness of transformation is the key. I've seen so many Dzogchen practitioners who have completely no compassion. Why? Because consistency there, transformation is not there. Effective is not there. There's a Padu Rinpoche's few line I really respect. And for me, myself, is a big thing. That's why Buddha Dharma, I told you, is not religion, it's not philosophy, it's not way of life, it's not belief. I say it's a solution. Solution meaning transformation. That is the value of the Dharma. You go anywhere, the transformation is key. Solution. And I'm not asking you need to be a savior to show everybody your bodhisattvas. Nobody acknowledge you, fine. Somebody acknowledge you, fine. Doesn't matter. Acknowledge or not acknowledge, doesn't matter. Accept, not accept, doesn't matter. But you should have your intention, your motivation, your character, your behavior must be followed in the right transformation way. That's it.
Would Buddha have stayed a middle being if he hadn't started teaching after being asked 3 times? Him keeping his teachings to himself would be seen as not helping others attain enlightenment, correct?
One day, just yesterday morning, I'm discussing, 2 days ago actually, I'm talking with my son, talking about emptiness, and he said emptiness, and then after that, my son said, "Oh, Rinpoche," he don't say Rinpoche, he said, "Dada." he said, the emptiness is the most important in the Dharma. Why you just go around teach emptiness? Then I said, son, not many people can understand emptiness right away. You need to give them different ways to teach. Slowly bring to reduce your ego clinging, okay? And slowly bring to compassion. Slowly. You see thought going off by itself? Yes. Slowly ego. No ego not exist, okay? Yeah, no. Slowly no ego. Then bring to emptiness. So you need to bring slowly, not right away say, "Pum, emptiness." Then nobody helps. And I told son Adela, I said, when I was 24 years old, I went the whole world teaching emptiness for 2 years. I took oath. So I'm going to teach emptiness. 30 to 50 people, the crowd. Nobody can understand. When I teach compassion, this, love, blah, 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 100, 200, 300, 400 comes. Because you know the understanding of emptiness is so few, not many. You know. So, because of that reason, going back to the question, yes, Buddha did not taught what he realized right away. What he taught, he teach these people to learn to ask the 4 questions. We say the very big name, for truth of noble one. Huh? So the word itself becomes so heavy. You understand? Oh my goodness. You know? Don't say it like that. Buddha taught 4 questions. What is 4 question? Are you happy? The 5 students say no. Know the unhappiness. Okay. You should check where this unhappiness coming from. Okay. Then we really can be free from the unhappiness and the cause? Buddha say yes. The 5 students say, please give me the solution. Buddha say, okay. First, good character. Second, meditation. Third, egolessness. No ego. Okay? Shila, Samadhi, Prajna. So he teach this. First, he did not teach right away Shila, Samadhi, Prajna. He did not teach that. First, he teach students to learn to ask the correct questions. And we ask these questions. Yes? Oh, doctor, I have a migraine. I have migraine. Please check me. Why? And doctor, oh, magnesium deficient. Can solve this migraine? No problem. You go buy this company. Why? Because pay by this company to me. Buy this company. Only this company is the best. Other all rubbish. Alright? But actually, company just pay me to sell this product. Buy this product. You take it every day. Dose must be enough for 1 pill, but I need to sell you more. Eat 2 pills per day. You're going to be problem solved. And after he magnesium eat, within a week, migraine goes away and happy, and the person is happy. Yes? 4 questions. You see any amazing questions there? No. It's a very fundamental, common questions. Yes? But we don't know how to ask these 4 questions when it comes to your problem. We ask this question in the normal issues, but we don't know how to ask fundamental issues. That's why Buddha teach you how to ask the fundamental 4 questions. And that we say 4 noble truth. That's why Buddha is so skilled to teach correctly to students to understand correctly. Because we can ask wrong questions. Like, who is the creator? Why create me? People don't believe creator? Fine. Why I'm here? These questions is irrelevant. So you should ask the question, I'm lost. Why I'm lost? What is the cause of loss? Am I really free from loss? What I should do that I'm not lost? That's relevant questions. So that's why Buddha is so good to teaching the student to ask the correct questions. That's why I talked to son. I said, what to do? Not many people knows emptiness, so need to teach slowly. That's why we have 84,000 ways to teach, or so many ways to teach. Okay, and in our Vajrayana Tibetan Buddhism practices, we actually practice majority essence of the big key points of Buddha's teachings we actually practice. We don't practice completely, but we practice the major points. Yeah. Time is going very fast.
If the intrinsic nature of the mind is beyond meditation, then how do we get there? What practices besides meditation, and what is effective practice?
The first question is so beautiful. The mind, what in nature is insect, is whatever wisdom. Nature is pure, so cannot be reached by mind. And the second part of the question is little wrong. How to reach there? Sorry, it's not reaching. Third question, more not good. How to practice meditation? Who told you meditate? When it comes to that kind of meditation, you need to learn to non-meditation. Yes, you want to really meditate nature of mind, then you should learn first meditation, then slowly become non-meditation. Then through non-meditation, then you have other steps to go. And I'm not going to say all steps here, but they have other steps to go. Okay? So, very easy, not difficult. But you need to have preparation, correct preparation, learn focused meditation, then non-focused meditation, non-meditation. And from non-meditation, then teacher is going to slowly help you to see. But don't ask me further question here. I'm not going to talk about it. Why? This teaching has a very, very much effective, like a very, very high, profound dose of antibiotic. You know antibiotic? When I throw the antibiotic too often in the public to you, when you have really needed, it's not effective. You become immune. So that's why my teachers, this kind of one-to-one or a small group of teachings is a very precise antibiotic. Like you can say very precise medicine that accurately apply is more effective. Like public like this, right, Dzogchen, nature of mind, look at it. It's not effective at all. You know, I know. So, I'm not going to say it. Because you say it become immune. The technique become immune. I cannot say these things. When I receive my teaching like this from my guru, I never receive from public. Very personal, very effort. I apply, I put effort, practice. Then the guru knows exactly what to use, when to use. Then the student asks the question, then he used exactly, then the student affected instantly, like a very good medicine. That's why I love good doctors. Good doctors have almost like that. They know right away, they use one medicine, boom, they finish. Bad doctor, they throw everything at you and see which one going to work. I'm not kidding, really. It's like that. I've been there, bad doctors. Okay. Last question, right?
Last question. About visualization. When we visualize a deity, sometimes we then visualize that the deity dissolves into a root letter. But since both the deity and the root letter are images, a visual form that I'm imagining, then what's the difference between visualizing one form or another form? How does changing from imagining one form to another form help train my mind? And what is the significance of the root letter? Thank you.
Very, very simple. Deity have two hands, one face or three face, right? Like me. So very similar ego. Understand? So now after the deity, so when you have this presence of deity, Phakchok Rinpoche face of Phakchok Rinpoche's clinging is not present strong. But that is actually transformed. My ego clinging transformed to deity clinging. I'm deity, right? So the ego, Phakchok Rinpoche clinging, actually transformed to deity clinging. Understand? So now how to reduce the deity clinging? To dissolve is actually training your mind. Dissolve to the single letter. So, boom. So now the whole ego, right, the face, the hand, completely dissolve into single letter. Now it's a very, very focused. Your mind become a very focused point, like a laser. You know, Japanese doctors, they produce new medicine called, before they use radiotherapy for cancer, radiotherapy. Now they create a new therapy, I forgot the name, some sound. So their sound is much more accurate. So their cells, the cancer cells, the sound, bing, 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 bing. They kill not the good cells, but they kill the bad cells. The new discovery. It's like that. So first your thinking is here, very gross, very big. Your mind very clear. Then, letter. It's very precise, very like a beam. Your mind is very clear, very tiny, focus. So your ego clinging, the deity clinging completely change instantly to the letter. Okay? Now the amazing part is the letter must be dissolved. The key is bang, boom, then that is the key. So everything's big, focus, then it's like a, like a pressure. Then you let it go. Then the mind goes. Then the mind is learning to applying. Your mind is like applying clarity, this, focus, gone. So that is the way to reach to non-meditation state. So deity practice, they do non-meditation, they do it like that. So it's very effective. You should do it. But don't do only letter, but after letter you must dissolve. How to dissolve? The letter disappears in the space. Okay? I wish you all enjoying these question answers. So now I think the paper is finished. So I would like to give you here hands-on question answers, then finish.
Thank you, Rinpoche. I think the effectiveness that you mentioned is very important. So okay. So the effectiveness is very important. And personally, I've been studying for a few years. I've learned lots of concepts, theories. But then when it's about my own heart issue, my brain became blank. I don't know which method.
Your mind become blank.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know which method would be the most effective to tame this heart issue. For example, like some negative emotions coming from childhood trauma, like strong feeling of loneliness and isolation or frustration. At that time, I don't want to suppress those feelings, but I don't know which method I can apply so it become most effective.
Don't forget compassion practice. Compassion. May all sentient being free. I wish all being happiness. I wish all being free from suffering. I wish all being happiness. I wish all. People look down this technique. I guarantee you. Many of you. You really look down this technique. I'm telling you. Please don't. This is very, very effective. Like, it's a way to loosen yourself through very loving way. You are sharing your feeling to all beings very loving way. Compassion is important, yes, but the love is important too. I give you an example. When I say Do you have compassion to your mom? Yes. Do you love your mom? Yes. Do you have compassion to sentient being, the goat? You know goat? Nepal have many goat. Yes. Do you love goat? Yes, but like so. Compassion is everywhere, but love is not everywhere. The love and compassion goes everywhere equally. So that's how difficult that is. That's why sometimes Buddhism we use so much compassion, but we forget love, loving kindness or love. In our prayer, I don't know you guys know Parje Lamser? Tukje dala chinje lo zebe dakso lamna dong gongbe dala ngodup zor nubie dakso parje so. Do you know this 4 line? And chiba chiraso nangebare nangso like this, This 4 line, tukje dala chinje lo. Through your compassion, please give me the blessing. Tukje dala chinje lo. Zebe dakso lamna. Through your love, please bring me to the path. 2 words. For love and compassion, 2 words. Then only, Gongbi Daglanguru, through your realization, please give me the siddhi. Nubi Dakso, but then only have power. Through your power, please remove all my obstacles. What obstacle? Outer obstacle, inner obstacle, and secret obstacle. This is the Parchelamser. But the Buddha's compassion divided into 2. Compassion, tukje, and tsewa. Tsewe, love. So that's why when you do this, I wish all being happiness, I wish all being free. I wish all being happiness, love, right? Love. I wish all being free from suffering. I wish all being happiness, all being free from suffering, all being happiness. You do this 5 minutes every day. Morning, wake up. You do this every day. I'm people really look down these things. I'm telling you. I know. Right away you do honro, little bit compassion, very from suffering, cause of suffering, like that. Alright? No. And meditation all throughout fake. Fake meaning not effective. First, learn to affect your heart. Then, affect the mind. Then, through the heart and the mind, then see how you see the character changing, how you see the behavior changing, like that. So, very important. Really, really. Please do this. I wish all being happiness. Which is effective, which is not effective, I don't want to say. Everybody is different. But this one, don't let go down. This practice never let you down. Why? When your heart is fulfilled, unconditional love, you're not going to feel lonely. You can be alone in your room, but you don't feel lonely. Lonely feeling, you can be with family, still you can feel lonely. So loneliness is not just a thing. You're actually lonely by your own compassion. You are lonely because you have not enough love, not compassion. That's why you're feeling of lonely. Not because you don't have no friends and like that. So please to practice this. So simple. So simple. I don't know why people don't do it. Really. Okay, 2 more.
Thank you very much, Rinpoche, for answering all these questions. My question is about when there is this wish to practice and there is, I guess I have been trying many times to, make this commitment and start practicing, and after just a few days,
something happens and you bring downs.
No, not only bring down, but something happens that I can't, it's
able to practice.
Yeah,
yes. So this is we call very very classic issue, like a classic movie. It's a very classic. That's why I ask anybody here, after you reading some Melareba teachings or meeting some guru and you receive some empowerment, enthusiastic goes out saying that I'm going to go to the mountain, Lapchi, Yolmo, and okay, please don't. Please don't. Nje Gonsangpa said, to able to go to retreat in the mountain, you need to fulfill certain things. First, you have enough teachings that you don't need to have any gurus with you that fulfill your question to answer. Fulfill your question to be answered. You don't have that need. You're ready to go. You have no question to your questions on your practice. You have completely understood and you accurately done. And your teacher says, now you go. You're ready to go. Then go. Okay? Second, you go without no effect to your body. Go somewhere that is not bad place. Suitable for you. Suitable for your practice. Don't go somewhere that you one day you're dead. What use for practicing? Say, I'm going to go enlightenment, but you're dead in the cave. Having like a bad diarrhea. Poison. Possible. How stupid this is. So don't go this kind of things. Right? So now, classic issue is this. How to overcome this? I have a solution. It's a very classic solution. Is first retreat, don't go too long. First retreat must be at least 3 to 1 week. And that week, no matter what, whoever dies or whoever collapses or whatever collapses, don't move 1 inch from that retreat for 1 week. When you succeed that 1 week, then auspicious connection begins, then throughout going to be successful. That is a classic answer for that classic issue. The problem of these modern students, they don't listen to gurus. Guru says 1 week, they say, no, I'm going to do 2 weeks, I'm going to do 1 month. And Guru says, no, don't do too long. Oh, no, I'm going to do, I love to do, I have money, I have this. So, first you say, I have guru, but then you don't listen what guru say. You don't need to listen guru about negative things, but say that at least guru answering classic issues. And that classic issue went through me many times. I went through this classic issue. Is everybody go through this? It's normal. So now, next time, just do 10 days. Don't go so far. When I heard you went so far, I said, I said, you went so too far, I see. Then right away, I asked Jasper, already back? Oh, very good. I need banana cake. She makes good banana cake. I said, I want banana cake. But I want to know, what happened? Then I heard, sorry, what happened to you, family. Classic issue, classic solution. Within 1 week in Nepal, very strict. Then the issue going to be solved. Okay.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Yes. Last one, then I need to give some transmissions. You are, I see, new, so you can say your name and where you're from.
I'm Eric. I'm from California.
Which part of California?
I'm from Southern California, Orange County.
Oh, wine.
Yeah.
Wine place?
A little bit, yeah.
Orange County. Oh, Los Angeles above the
yes.
beach area.
Oh yeah, lots of beaches.
Okay. Orange County. Okay, all right.
S
Been there.
Wonderful.
Done that.
I hope it was pleasing. Lots of sun, right? Okay.
Been there. Been to beach. I saw Orange County young man smoking pop.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And jumping on the cliffs to the ocean. And I look around, I cannot jump. Okay.
So I've grown up Buddhist my whole life.
Really?
Yes. And I guess like one question I have is like being raised in, just one Buddhist sect, right? The Vajrayana. I've seen there's a lot, right? And as I've studied here at RYI, I'm seeing there's even many more sects and schools than I originally thought. And I imagine, I imagine like some of the I've seen some of the differences are very crucial, very like these are very big differences, and some are small, right? And I guess in your opinion, are these differences important in the long run?
No.
No.
No important. What differences you see? Big differences.
You know, there's been debate about whether the sutras come from, you know, the Buddha's word or not, and things like that. And some people disagree about who the Buddha was. And
many professors need the work job. The job is need to have new ideas. Professor job, really, I'm not kidding. They don't have new ideas. They don't have no new books. They cannot be professor. Tell me how to write a book, become professor. Thesis. What kind of thesis you need to write? Somebody who not wrote something new, right? You cannot rewrite. You need to write something new. But new, something very dramatic idea, something clash, and you need to make the answer very beautifully, something like that. And all the professors are very happy. That is philosophy school do. When I was Shedrup, we debate. I say negative to other teachers, Buddhist teachers. I told them so stupid. We are the best. Our school is number one. Done that, been there. No useful. Childish game. But that is called scholar game. Many Tibetan scholars in the past, they need to have job. What job? Write commentaries. I'm not kidding. They don't write commentaries, and some commentaries are so boring, look the same, exact the same thing. Why I need to read that commentary? I prefer, like my favorite teacher, Gon Sangpa. Oh my goodness. The answer like an accurate, like a bullseye. You know bullseye? Many teachers, they're shooting like a machine gun. Machine gun is not accurate. You understand? They're very loud, very scary, but not effective. Like somebody shooting at you, machine gunner shooting at you, you have high possibility you're not going to get killed. By sharpshooter, my goodness, one bullet, you are dead meat. Yes? Gonsangpa is like sharpshooter. I like it. Why? I need transformation. I cannot keep shooting machine guns on my emotions. I need sharp shooting. Pum, done that, been there, transform, pun, finish job. Finish. So, big, you think it's big, it's not a big. Everything go to the basic. Go to the basic. Basic is Shila, Samadhi, Prajna. Basic is compassion. Basic is mind. Basic is karma. Basic is the 4 questions, 4 noble truth. Basic is transformation. This all basic. Now, which sutra, this sutra, yes, this sutra. You read the this middle way text. What is name? Entering the middle way. Umala Jugba, 6th chapter. You're going to find many Buddhists in Buddhists they debate. Yeah, and you know you're going to be shocked. You know, you're going to be very upset. I'm not kidding. There's so many things going to be debate. You know, middle way, chopping the mind-only school. I love mind-only school, but they chop completely. You know, chop. I love mind. I actually think I am part of mind-only school. Chitta Matra. Part of middle way. When it comes to emotion, I'm a Chitta Matra school. When it comes to my meditation, I'm middle way school. When I'm behaving, I'm a Vinaya, Theravada school. Mindfulness in my behavior. When I'm in the public, I'm a very karmic follower. I follow my karma. I don't want to do bad things. I watch my karma like that. So all the Buddha Dharma put into one human being, no problem. But in the book, it's a problem. You need to keep cutting everybody. But comes to life, it's okay. Simple. So I prefer practice. Simple. Okay? So don't worry. You are very lucky American. Okay? Orange County. So whatever you hear, you think is a big gap, it's not big gap, okay? But don't give up your practice, really. Then you're born in the Buddhist family, no use. You're like normal of any Buddhist family. Yes, my parents are Buddhist, but not effective, no transformation. So I want you to really learn, accurate practice and transformation, consistent. Then you're going to be very, very good for you, okay? And your country. All right? So I like to, yeah, my son like to ask a question, the last question. Ariella? Yeah. No.
You're probably going to call this irrelevant. But yesterday, 2 days ago, we were talking about emptiness and non-existence, I think.
Yeah.
And you said that everything, okay, so the actual truth of reality is emptiness and non-existence. And then I asked you, then why is there existence or this perceived existence in the first place? And then you said it's because this perceived existence is sort of automatically arisen out of non-existence, right? And then I drew the parallel between that and it's sort of being, I guess, this relationship between the two, non-existence and existence. But then my question is what's the clarification between non-existence, arising existence, and then our sort of understanding of samsara, a basic rudimentary understanding of samsara? Because in my head, the idea that existence arises out of non-existence and has to always arise out of non-existence, because then we also talked about there being one continual state to something, right? So if existence is constantly arising out of non-existence and we want to go back to non-existence, not really go back, I guess, but enter that state of non-existence, then my question is there's this sort of weird relationship between the two, and it sort of reminds me of samsara in a way, and doesn't really, I guess, make a lot of sense personally. Why,
I think you need to go back to the question itself. When you said existent arise from non-existent, that question need to be a little bit dissect. Because the first, when you say existent arising, actually not existent, actually arise anything. Whatever arising is actually non-exist. So why we perceiving exist is, we say, is clinging or ignorant. Not a big word, right? So attachment, clinging, right? But actually whatever you see arising actually seems like exist, but actually not exist. That's what we say is, I need to dissect that question. But that seeing the existent arising is actually samsara. Like you see that existent something arising from non-existent, the seeing part of the existent arising is actually called samsara. Hakuso? Existent, the question itself, existent arising from non-existent, that self is actually samsara. But you need to dissect that arising.
We're going to talk a lot in the car ride back up.
So you see, I need to discuss like this with son. 16. And he finished Chunjuk. And his favorite is which chapter?
The 9th chapter.
Of course. 9th chapter is the best. He said other chapter is not useful. But useful when you practice. But 9th chapter is the most thinking one. Yeah. I love 9th chapter. I think many people love 9th chapter. It's the thinking one. So some people ask me some transmissions. I know some people don't believe anything. You don't get it. You're not getting anything. Okay? So don't worry about it. So people whoever want to get, I need to read it. So I just want to read it very fast. Okay? This is the treasure of blessings. Semna Deva Devan Deva Dunga 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 Deva Dava the Yen Holiday Chana Chanamana Major Ajim Doma Nama Renzo Demasian Chaim Desolama Zera the Germany Jeva Chamba Sam limited also show you when you same Yamaha Sam Nayanam Yugo Mengabatan Yabadan Kanshi Yabadan Yabatin Lemon Soto by Mezeb Geva Jim is about the Babajan Yabatan Some of us on a Babajan Yamon Crebeton General Drop the Jambara Kishan the Malajon Yabasan is no longer among the Pega Tangas on Yamada and the man in Yamada was on your balls on Yamada. Ten of the Young Tukdrup Parje Kunser short Honro, La Marja Kusango to show so. Lamada Parje Kusango to Namakore Bamaka, Lamada Parje Toma Lomo Jamata, Bad and Nama Maya Mono Japan. Tayan no Magajan to just go on there, then you don't doing get Nam Quaja was on Saturday Bajanga, that's no Namada Lama number 100 was in the king, they don't know among the Hong was in Lama Jaman, Pandalas, Toyjin, to just some other Jabas and you just some of the German on the Jamon Jamon took out the Jago, the on bands of some Yaman, but the never now say part of the Lamango Yaman to Sun Guru Rinpoche when the Vajra project, no double social some other no Javan no Jama Doma Bazangor Bamasadon, Chota Pache Kunsan on Grandma Wajimedeba short Chokgyur Tersars Ch Geologian Durdune. No need to give the whole thing, right? Just Ch is okay. Who requests the Ch? Yeah, just Ch, okay? Not from the top, yeah? Tamzen of the Number one. Oh, don't afraid all the spirit, ghosts, demon, Satan. Listen to here, come, my papa, mama, all demons. What does that mean? You want to do in the midnight. Daytime, spirit cannot come. They are afraid. Night, good. Pay for time. Pay Sang, Sur, Chö, they all are same. Must need 4 guests. Guest of refuge, guest of protector, guest of karmic debtor, obstacle maker, guest of sentient beings, compassion. These are 4 guests. Whether you do Chö, you need 4 guests. In here included Hindu god, Christian god, Jew god, pagan god, Chinese god, demon, everybody is demon. Okay. So everything included here. When you do Chö, when you do Sur, when you do Sang, it's not like an exclusive. When I do Sang, I don't exclude. It is not like I do Sang offering to only Buddhists. We do Sang to everything. From the hell to the God. All the gods. Pagan gods. Previous gods. Now God. Everybody. They're all happy. Especially Europeans. You forgot your ancestor pagan gods. Such as Thors. Then they're very unhappy with you. So now you do Sang. Included your Christian God. Angels. What do you say? All these saints. You're Catholic, there are many saints. Then pagan gods. You're before Christian, pagan gods. Before pagan, I don't know, whoever gods. Overall. Very good. They're all happy with you. I do like that. When I do, all my previous burn protectors, my previous demons, demon, all spirits, hungry ghosts, all I give. Then they're all happy. Imagine, Chö, Sang, Sur is inclusive offerings. Think in always inclusive offerings. Number one. Oma Hong Lensum. Now already offering to all demons. 기본은 담을 담는 돈데 담는 아무나 좀 까마를 좀 다행히 로진 집에 개베서 나 그냥 전주점 산다 남자 좀 개베서 나는 조선 담는 개베서 진여면 한데 독바전에 정은 뭐 지오 어떤 거 받으려는 한데 독바전 안녕만 받을 때 되잖아 바로 좀 또 저르지 깨하면 유명 용 아니야 내가 도저히 창이 거만 또 저르지 되다면 거만 또 야 좀 저르지 저 남녀 랑서도 됩니다 연단 완전 좀 잡아주는 달롱서 네면 남자 좀 되냐면 받아 남자 누구 주는 하나님만 잡아 초등을 잡아 폐 연년들 맞아 너는 가고 이러면 이러면 삼라 아주 녀마고 도전을 도전을 엄마네 배 엄마 홍시 엄마네 배면 홍시 이제 요년 저 너도 저 점으로도 저 전부 송을 동랑으로 저 뭐 제도도 예와인데 연년 저 저는 도와지냐 못 돼서 연년 연년도 봐지냐 예와도 내내 선년도 연년 아는 뭐 연년 저만이 먹은 저 고와야 링 제라노 조만들 하죠 나서 연년도 저를 접으셔 또 전라면 저는 저동으로 접을 아시죠 하나자는 슬람관절만 좀 단동으로 접을 아시죠 펜데 계zen가 마저 메저는 마저 쇼 넘바저 넘바저 담바 연접을 아시죠 This is my favorite sutra. Everybody loves Heart Sutra, but my favorite sutra is the Wisdom Passing Sutra. Beautiful, my best. I received this transmission from my late father. Late father.
The name of the sutra?
Huh? I don't know how to say.
Wisdom of the Son of the...
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
My English reading not so good.
No, my listening was not good.
Sorry. Jagarakedo Arya Ataya Jana Nama Mahayana Sura Buddha Pavanda 산여점 담론데 되게 담론 좀 내도 오면 자요 라던 초대 좀 안저 삼아 좀 남고냐 보좀만 하자는 좀 되게 현저점은 한참 까자르바 난고냐 한저섬은 나보다 좀 나가 이시네 초담제라 나버 다가베나 응어버도 저거 버 자오 초도 현저섬도 좀 인gem도 초도 나지 어서는 몇번도 응어버 던제 몇 다가베나 질라면 잡도 좀 센도나 이지지면 던제 좀 그래도 그말 잡도 좀 되더만 천남랑신 남다베 우보메베 돕신 안저 삼나라다 이제 전부도 주고 천남랑신 와자 맥밤메베도 주고 우보 탐지메다 자밤메베도 주고 쓰는 정말 사제들 맞아 좀 남근 힘벌어도 좀 파고받아 좀 용서. It is shorter than Hasutra. Hasutra doesn't teach you how to practice. Yes, not really clear. No part, no bed, emptiness like that, right? Here, teach you how to practice. Beautiful. Please check. Next time, you from Vietnam? Next time, this teach to Vietnamese people. This very, very good. Next time, all of you, please check this sutra. Okay? It's one of the best sutra, I think. Shortest, most accurate, essence. Heart sutra, no practice. This sutra, practice. So thank you very much, all of our Sangha, and the volunteer Sarma program students. Thank you very much to giving me the opportunity, and thank you. Okay. 손남디 탐지 색바니 톱네 예베 단남 밤지네 제가 나지 발랍 세베존렌도와 도와라. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's very beautiful.
Recording stopped.